What's up, everyone? Vincent Janito here for IGN. I am with Dennis, developer and co-founder of Blazing Orb. How you doing, Dennis?
How you doing, Vince?
Doing awesome. We're checking out your game here, Spaera. It's a Tetris-like kind of puzzle battler where we're going to play a few matches and we're going to jump in and see what this game's all about. Yeah, let's take a look, man.
Here we go. We're going to go to offline versus mode here.
Cool. Yeah, I love that you can play, offline co-op, same screen there with your buddy. So what makes this unique, kind of like Puzzle Fighter in the past, there's different characters you can pick. And everyone's got different abilities, right? So why don't you walk us through maybe a couple of different characters and their abilities here real quick.
Sure. We have 8 playable characters right now, and they all have 4 skills that fall into one of 4 categories. So as you can see, we'll find a more balanced character here. We have a kind of a troll face looking green emblem.
And this is Joseph, one of my favorites. Take the skills away for a second just so people can see. He's a firefighter. I love that.
Yep.
It's so cool. He
Literally
uses his hose to like haul off blocks from his lines. Super cool. But yeah, let's look at his skills. He's, like you said, he's pretty balanced.
Yeah, he's really balanced. He has one of everything. So a green skill with the troll face usually is like a really annoying skill that just annoys the other player.
Literally just to troll your opponent.
Just to troll. Yeah. And a blue shield spell is usually something that will help you stay alive longer. And then we also have the chess piece, the rook piece spell. And those are spells that need to be done at the proper time.
Yeah, they're more strategic about timing and when you use them. There's a lot of strategy and a lot of tactics involved in the game, which people will see in a minute.
Yeah, and then the sword spell is pretty self-explanatory.
The Brickinator.
It's an attack. It's a direct attack to your opponent.
Yeah, and this one's nasty because when you make your boards, your opponent's board into bricks, they have to clear all that stuff twice.
That's correct.
Yeah, so that's a real pain. So yeah, why don't we check out Joseph, because he's a pretty good example of kind of a variety of the game. And let's see, what other characters do we have here? We got Pwn, I see. I like Pwn. Let's take a look at Pwn's abilities real quick.
He's a fighter.
What's that?
You know, he's like a fighter.
Yeah.
He has everything that's just attack. As you can see, he has 2 sword attack skills. So he plays into more of a, I guess, rush down kind of character.
Yeah, and he one of my favorite defensive skills in the game, actually, he has as well. I mean, he can be very offensive, but I love Sky Splitter because he just kind of rips the board in half and creates all this space. You guys will see as we start playing how a lot of abilities like that really inform the logic of your Tetris game when you're playing. But let's show them what we mean. Why don't we jump in?
Yeah, let's jump into a match here.
Yeah, what these guys can do. Really love the artwork too.
Thank you.
Stuff. So, important feature of the game, we can see here in the middle, the queue of pieces is shared.
Yep.
So yeah, tell me a little bit about why you decided to do that, because that's such a cool, crazy feature, I think.
Well, it's integral to the way we designed the fighting game aspect of the game. We wanted people to be able to actively interrupt or even affect how the other player is playing. So as you can see, we're both fighting for the pieces that we want, or we're trying to give the really nasty ones to the other guy.
Right, because not every piece in Spaera is a tetrad.
Yeah, some of them are pentaminos. They have 5.
Right, exactly. You've got a little more variety in terms of the pieces here. So some of your Tetris logic will play, but other times you'll have to kind of go with the flow and kind of change the way you look at how you usually build your Tetris board, which is
definitely cool. And you have to pick your pace. See, here we have Pwn. He's doing his level 2.
I love that.
And that's just gonna clear up his board.
Yep,
really
creates so much space for him.
Yep.
And that's the thing about this game, is that there are characters who can really just kind of play more for orbs and not worry so much about their board because they can clean it up later. So let's talk about the orbs real quick. Those are the little glowing things.
The glowing things, you'll notice that every once in a while they'll come on the board. Sometimes they come in pairs, sometimes they come alone, so you have to really be mindful and you have to fight for them, so to speak.
Yeah, sometimes you see that 2 pieces down there's going to be an orb, and you want to be ready to maybe make a sacrifice play just to get that piece as fast as possible.
Yeah, there's a lot of orb management, meter management going on.
And speaking of meter management, as you build up orbs, you get more powerful moves. Well, they're not always necessarily more powerful. You have to use the right move at the right time. But like for instance, right now you've got your level 3 Raging Waters, which steals all the pieces, all the orbs on your opponent's board, right?
Yep.
So,
and I'm about to do it right now, so I could take it away.
Yeah. Awesome. So actually that puts you right back at level 3 to use another one if you want, but you've effectively now prevented Pwn from building up any more meters, so he can't use Sky Splitter to... Well, actually he got it right. He had...
Yeah, he was holding on to Sky Splitter.
Yeah, he was holding on to Sky Splitter, so he has that. But you just prevented him from getting his level 3 or level 4.
Yep.
So now he can't really take the offense to you as readily until he clears this this next line.
That's correct. And I'm actually waiting for him to do a Sky Splitter so I can hit my super, the Brickinator we were talking about earlier, and now he has to clear all those twice. So it's not as easy going.
Yeah, I really love the dynamic of playing the board versus playing Tetris versus playing the board and playing your opponent. You know, there's so much muscle memory that we've built up over the years of like, hey, this is how you play Tetris and this is how you have to do it. But then this game kind of makes you throw a lot of that out of the window. Like with some characters, you can play it a little bit more straightforward. Like I think Joseph gives you the flexibility to kind of play how you want and go either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's his level 2. I think his level 2 is pretty straightforward, but it's like just a clean 4 lines off the bottom of your board, and that can really save you in a tough situation.
Yeah, it's easy to understand. Game. Easy to understand skills.
Oh, beautiful. There's two more.
Oh no! Do super on me. That's gonna be nasty.
So what exactly does that do? That's his level 4, right?
Yeah, his level 4 just punches holes all over, and it just makes it really difficult to clear lines after he does it.
Now, we'll look at another character later, the robot, whose name is...
Setter Z.
Right, Setter Z. So Setter Z, his level 2 ability actually blows all the bricks clean to one side. So in actuality, if the opponent player is playing against Setter Z, that level 4 isn't really as valuable, and you might want to think of other ways to use your meter.
Yeah, that's correct.
So, oh my God! If only you had gotten that 4.
Oh no! I couldn't turn it in time. No.
Yeah, if you gotten that 4, you would have gotten like 2 meter, and you could have used your defensive your ability again.
Yep.
Awesome! Like, love the interplay of the different characters. Let's look at what one of the other characters can do. So Setter Z is the one I was talking about earlier. Who his burst hurricane, he can kind of move everything to one side.
Yep.
And then you've got straightforward characters like Pwn, who are, like you said, are pretty offensive, and you got characters like Joseph, who are kind of all arounders, kind of like the Ryu of of Spaera. But then you've got characters that are a little bit more technical and do kind of more interesting things, like for instance the gentleman with the glasses, who's all about the orbs.
Yes.
Right, Harland. So let's look at his skills a little bit, because they're kind of interesting.
Yeah, so he has a lot of spells that help him control the pace of the match, especially his level 1. Most level 1s don't really do all that much, but his level 1 can actually control the pace, where he could control which spell he wants you to be using. So if you have 2, he can just remove 1 meter from your meter.
Yeah.
And you would be back to 1.
Yeah, so. And you can theoretically, if you can keep pace with your opponent orb-wise, you can actually prevent the use of any abilities at all and just play Tetris.
That's correct.
Which is really, really, really smart.
Yeah, and his level 2 is pretty straightforward. It clears 3 lines at the bottom. You can use that to actually combo, because the lines are deferred to the next turn.
Right, and we didn't talk about that too much yet, but yeah, there's a cascade effect, right? Whenever you put down whenever you clear a line, if your opponent doesn't clear a line with however many lines your opponent clears with their next move, that's kind of balanced against what you cleared, and whatever the excess is,
that
goes to your opponent's side. So with gas to solid, since it's deferred to the next turn, you could complete 3 lines. Those don't go over yet, and then on your next piece,
you can clear more.
Add your own. Really overload them.
Yeah. And then his level 4 is kind of like a Russian roulette. Well, I wouldn't say it's Russian because it doesn't hurt him per se, but it does pick on at random kind of a pixel art to draw on your opponent's board, and it's drawn with bricks, so you have to clear those twice. Sometimes you'll get an LOL, sometimes you'll get high, sometimes you'll get a square.
Oh, I thought this one copied the board over.
Oh, well, I jumped over to level 4.
So. Oh, to level 4. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, so we skip level 3. We'll go back to level 3, and level 3 actually just copies his board over to his opponent.
And that could be a huge I got hit with that at Evo where when I was playing this, where I had just used Joseph's Brickinator to turn the guy's thing to all bricks, and then he hit me with the Phantom Pains. And suddenly I went from having almost nothing on my board to having a board full of bricks, and I kind of panicked and lost. Really cool how you can have comebacks like that.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of comebacks.
Cool. So why don't we jump in with Harland and Setter Z rather. Yeah. Setzer. Not playing Final Fantasy VI here, guys. Okay.
Also a cool character though.
Also a cool character. So Yeah, kind of going back to how you have to rethink the way you play a little bit. So Setter Z is interesting because of Burst Hurricane, because of his level 2, and the way that can just clear basically any gaps that are on your board. It just takes care of.
Yeah.
It just moves everything to one side and makes it all go away. So to a large degree with Setter Z, you can kind of ignore playing clean Tetris.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't completely ignore it, but you can just kind of do moves like that and make sacrifices because you just want to get orbs as fast as possible.
That's correct. He could actually just not worry about his board and just drop and use his level 2 and when the time's right. It actually still works in his favor. Let's see if we can get that level 2 to show everybody here.
Yeah, bam. So now, yeah, if you use Burst Hurricane, well, do what you're going to do.
Yeah, I actually want to show that, when you use the spell, you get the next piece.
Yeah, that's important too. Like if you that's another thing to think about. If you don't want to deal with the piece you have now, or you don't want your opponent to be able to use the piece that they have currently, that's another element that factors into when you use your abilities. Because when you use that ability, whatever the current piece is just goes away.
Yeah.
But you could be in a bad way here because right now it looks like Harlan is gearing up for tweets of Afterlife.
Yeah, I think he's waiting for me.
But that's okay. Yeah, hold on. You want to get that level 2 is what you want.
If I can get a level 2, I'll be able to survive.
Yeah, let's see.
Here you go.
Let's see what we got.
LOL. LOL.
Lol.
Lol. Not so lol for me, but
no, it's not. Jeez.
Lol for him.
I think you'll be okay. Yeah, you're gonna be okay.
Survive this.
Yeah, you can survive this because then you just need to get that, and now Burst Hurricane.
Oh, but he won't let me have it. See, he took it away.
Oh, but he used his level 1 to prevent it.
Yep.
So yeah, so you wanted to use Burst Hurricane to get back into the game, but then he stopped you cold.
He stopped me cold. Yeah.
Now you've got it.
Now I got it. But I'm gonna wait until I don't want this piece. This cross is just too weird.
Oh right. Yeah, you don't want to mess with the cross, so get rid of it.
Get rid of it, and here we go.
Yeah. Now if you can get the right pieces.
Yeah. Now we have to fight for that.
You want to fight for that?
There we go.
Yeah. There you go. You got the tetrad.
Yep. Boom.
Bam. Oh, that's so big. Now you filled up his board so much. That was beautiful.
Yep. So I'm going to use my spell again so I can guarantee myself that line.
Oh, it's so perfect. Oh, this is going to crush him.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be good.
Oh, my God. And you're getting so much meter for all this. You can cannon, too, can't you?
Yep. I'm about to do it.
Yeah, just cannon.
I want to do it on a better piece, but I think that's so
good. It's a good way to finish it, though.
Yeah.
So that cannon will prevent him from rotating any pieces like that one.
Yep.
For the next few turns. Oh, but he's still gonna get a line out of it.
But I don't think
he's
that's
gonna.
It.
Yeah,
that's
I
it.
can't survive it. That's it. That's a wrap, Harlan. Awesome. Well, that's a really, really good example of like the way all these different abilities play together and how you're still playing Tetris, but you're also playing and thinking about all these other tactics and strategies. Really cool how those are woven together in a way that's easy to understand. So, game's a lot of fun. Thank you so much, Dennis, for coming by and showing it to us. And for more on Spaera, keep it right here on IGN.